This is Mystic Oracle Mary, and welcome to my channel. And this live is all about seeing what's coming your way. Okay, this live is for everyone. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to open up with a mantra, and then we'll go forward from there. Okay. Esitoma 𝐖ᴇʟᴄᴏᴍᴇ Namasoma 𝐸ᴜᴄᴏᴍᴇ Rityurman Ritangamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good morning again, everyone. And so this live is going to have timestamps down below in the description box comment area once this live is done. Again, this is a live of what's coming your way, okay? Or specifically for October, okay? We'll be doing, I'll be doing 12 different readings, including a bonus reading at the end for male and female leaders, okay? You can be a leader of yourself, your tribe, your country, a spiritual leader, okay? That'll be that kind of bonus reading for males and females, okay? Before I get started, I'm going to wait until people get in. So about a few minutes, okay? Also got my coffee, raring to go. Cheers, everyone. Clink. Oh, if you want to sign up for October's classes, just subscribe to this channel, okay? Then you'll get notified and also bring a journal with you, all right? People want to know, I'll be doing an energy deck in this live, the money deck, and the water deck. Coming fully equipped. Good morning. I'm going to get started here soon by doing some readings of what's coming your way. Good morning, everyone. Glad you can join me. Good morning, everyone. I'll be doing readings of what's coming your way here in a moment. Making sure people come in before I start, okay? Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, so the first we're going to be doing in these oracle readings of what's coming your way in October, okay? So you get a heads up and also any resolution to whatever comes up in these readings, all right? Start out with females, then with males, and then go on with that, okay? If you want a bonus reading, stick around towards the end. It's for male and female leaders, so that way you get the guidance you want in order to move forward from whatever situation that comes up, okay? All right, females. Let's do your reading, okay? So what's coming your way, females, in October? 3 cards, please. Ooh, man holding a coin. The door to personal healing and happiness. and indecision. Adjacent possibilities. Clarify indecision with one card. Denial. All right. So, what situation is coming your way, females, in October? Is someone who's stable and solid. This could be you or someone you're interested in, but definitely this is a situation where you need to make a decision of where you want to go and not be in denial about it. Okay. So that way you can nurture what it is that you want to focus on in October so you feel happy. Okay. So that'll be your challenge if you want a new beginning here in your personal life where you feel happy. This person is a businessman or woman. Okay. Females, whatever you choose. Okay. And this is a person that is gonna take it one step at a time with you. This will come out of the blue. So you're being guided here, if you so choose, to use your spirituality and that. So if you start feeling in your head about the situation, because that's what it's going to lead to, indecision, you're needing not to be in denial about what you need to choose, whether you want to nurture this connection with this person or if you want to go your own way. Simple as that, right? So what can females take away from this reading? One card, please. The eyes of the ocean see into the secrets of life, females. They gaze into our souls and reveal the truth and the meaning of life. That's what you can take away from this reading. So what's getting channeled in? Look within for your decision. When you get indecisive about a situation, especially this one, okay? And that's your reading, females. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you later, okay? Now let's move on to males. People that want to have more of a private reading to their situation, you can go to www.mysticoraclemary.com, okay? Person in the chat. I am currently on the run from nonviolent drug charges, and I'm really struggling, extremely hungry. Anything will help, especially prayers and that. Prayers your ways, James Bond. Big hugs. My advice, if you need it, don't run. It'll make it worse. Okay. And turning yourself in is going to mean a lot. So that way you can confront it in such a different way. Okay. Because if you didn't do anything, you need to face that. And whatever you believe in will have your back. Okay. The divine always is righting a lot of wrongs. And there is such thing as divine justice at play. So running away from your this big issue will not serve you, okay? But will serve you confronting it. Hi there, Nicholas. Good morning. Hi there, Miriam. It is 6 a.m. where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I'm in Ohio. Thanks for asking. So, males, let's do your reading now, okay? So, what's coming up your way, males, in October. Okay. Woman holding a heart in reverse. Woman holding a coin. Oh boy. Happy family. And rest and rejuvenation. Clarify happy family with one card. Investments. All right, males. What's coming up for you in October, males? Oh, you're going to have to make a choice between two people. Okay. And being solid and stable in order to keep on investing in that decision. Okay. Because there's two people you're going to be choosing. Okay. If you're like, but Mary, I'm in a couple situation. I'm not talking to you, please. I'm talking to this situation for males that having to choose between two people. Ding, ding. Whatever you choose will be correct, okay? Follow your heart, okay? How you feel, all right? Simple as that. What makes it complex if you invest in a mental prison about it? So if you start investing going, oh, but I'm slipping right in, Mary, and it's so easy, then you take a step back, okay? Go on a nature walk or what you guys love doing, go on them walks, okay? Or go on your back porch, do some kind of meditation or reflection for at least 10 minutes, okay? Give yourself time to let it just like breathe out of you, okay? There's such thing as finally just letting it just trail off, you know? When you're in nature, you know, males, when you're in nature, because I've been around guys, I have guy friends, okay? And I know how you guys hang, okay? I know how you guys talk about women, talk about things. I went hunting with guys, even got to hold a deer heart in my hand with my cousin's husband, and that because that's how I got introduced to hunting here when I came to from Arizona to Ohio, and he was shook at the fact that I can handle that stuff. I don't get faded by things like that. But you guys deal with things in such a different way, and it's okay. Just give yourself that time and space to deal with it and let the fears and anxiety roll out of you. And you always know when you feel secure at the end because you're balanced, and you'll feel secure whatever decision you make between these two people. Okay? Males, two people. You have to just choose one. Okay? And you'll know what's right for you, because what it's going to lead to is you investing in this person for a long-term connection. You feeling relaxed with them. You get what I'm saying? That bond will be very much strong. So don't be in denial about this. Don't wear a mask of how you feel about this person, or else it's going to very much be hard on you and try and express yourself towards them of how you feel about them. Okay? When you're balanced, you're capable of expressing yourself in a balanced way, confidence, and all that good stuff. Okay, so invest in your self-care regimen, a meditation or a reflection time. Okay, and this is what's going to give you the balance you need to make that decisive decision. Okay. And plus, better improvements are going to happen in your money and home life as well, okay? So, What can males take away from this reading? One card, please. Embrace gratitude as the key to abundance and joy in your life, males. Okay. Hey, thanks for people who are showing up in my chat this early in the morning. If you're having to go to work, I hope you have a good day at work. If you don't, well, still hope you have a good day, you know. All right, males, that's your reading. Hit the like button, and you're always welcome, okay? I'll see you later. Now let's move on to singles. Drop one of the cards. All right. One cut. All right, single, let's do your reading, okay? Single peoples. So what's coming your way, singles, in October? Happy family. Broken heart. And cornucopia in reverse. Angel of strength in reverse. Clarify cornucopia in reverse. One card, please. Comfort. All right, so singles, when it comes down to your situation, you're going to have connection and comfort here. Going to be a challenge here in October for you, because this situation is that singles, you're going to be dealing with somebody, this connection where they have a pre-made family, okay? So your challenge is not whether or not you want to be heartbroken about it. It's not going to lead to any wish fulfillment, because your wish fulfillment is not realistic. Too high expectations here in regards to your romantic life and your money. But that's okay, because even if it doesn't lead to your wish fulfillment, you're still going to experience comfort here. A connection that's all about love. And while you may not feel like not be wealthy, you'll be living comfortably, okay? Even in your money and career, okay? So gratitude is necessary here. So that way you can start feeling that comfort ASAP, okay? So what can singles take away from this reading? One card, please. Find inspiration and collective vision, and let the surgency of community guide your path. So this reading will give you the inspiration you need, singles, to look at things in a different perspective in your situation, so that way you grow out of feeling like you don't have enough. or you don't do enough, okay? Because that's what I'm getting in your reading, that you're healing your expectation of your wish fulfillment, okay? All right, that's your reading, singles. Hit the like button, and you're always welcome, okay? Big hugs. I'll see you later. Now let's move on to couples. Then from couples, we'll do employed people. Bonus reading at the end. Actually, I'll do a couple. I get my pen to work. Let's do some shuffling. Good morning, everybody. Hi there in the chat. Gold Locks. Goldilocks said, good morning, I'm big single. Hi there, Justin. All right, so what's coming your way, couples, in October? World card in reverse. 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. And 7th chakra Archangel Uriel. Ooh, door to personal healing and happiness in reverse. Oopsie. Clarify 7th chakra Archangel Uriel. One card, please. Parenthood. All right, so when it comes down to you couples is you're going to have a feeling that there's no growth and expansion between you and your partner. But your challenge here is clarity in October. So if you start investing in your discombobulation, this is what's going to cause and wreak a lot of issues with inside you about your romantic life, okay? Like paranoia, uncertainty, doubt, anxiety, okay? So your challenge here is to invest more in your balance, okay? So look into a meditation that's right for you, okay? And nurture yourself, okay? As you work towards your goals, because this is what's going to help you trust yourself, okay? Even if you don't, this won't end at a cycle because it's going to be a minute where you're starting to learn more deeply about yourself in October, which is going to allow you to have the patience and balance to learn more about your partnership, okay, couples? It's not bad because what it leads to is more stability of trusting yourself and the partnership that you're in. So no breakup, couples. Yippee! Okay. So what can couples take away from this reading? One card, please. There was 2 cards, couples. Dang it. And it flipped over, okay? You get 2. One for you and one for you, especially if your partner is right next to you, okay? First one, find peace in the depths of your being and let the quiet strength of your inner sanctuary protect you. And here's the other one. Remember that true strength comes from within. There you go. That's your reading, couples. Hit the like button. You're always welcome, okay? I'll see you later. Now let's move on to employed people. And then we'll look into unemployed people and self-employed people and So many people, okay? Everybody and their mama is going to get a reading today, including some bonus readings at the end, okay? For people that didn't know that. All right, so what's coming up? Actually, what's coming your way, employed people, in October? I'm holding a coin in reverse. Victory, cha-ching, and envy. Dropped a card. Huh. So, clarify envy in reverse. Activation. Yippee! All right, that's a good sign. All right, so this may be you or someone you're dealing with, employed people. But I feel as though this actually really is you trying to get a recognition for the hard work you do. That's what's going to be your challenge. And I mean, like, not only are you trying to get that recognition for the hard work you do, but you're trying to make sure that your finances are stable here in October. Because here in the situation, either you or somebody you're with that you share finances with is spending too much, okay? So if you want a victory with this and getting the recognition of not losing out on money, employed people, that's what you're going to be working towards, is activating saving and managing your money in such a different way, and making sure that no one is managing your money but you, especially if someone has been messing with that money, employed people. This is someone who doesn't care to spend your money, okay? What it's going to lead to is you healing any kind of lack or feeling like you need more, because you're going to be spending more time here focusing not on the material world but more of the spiritual world, because you're going to be looking into a meditation that's right for you and activating a self-care regimen, because that's what I see what it's leading to, you overcoming envy. Yippee! That's huge. It's because you want to see things clearly and take it to the next level investment in such a different way, employed people. It's like you're getting tired of working hard. You want to work smart now, which is great because we all had to do it. Okay, even I. Okay, when I first came to YouTube, I was shelling out lives doing lives and videos on top of it every single day. And I wasn't getting any kind of payoff at all. It felt like I was acting like a machine and conveyor belt. And so I started setting a new standard for myself, and in return, leading others to set a better standard for themselves, where they're investing in themselves and not working for a corporation or a job that didn't give a crap about them. You know, I do this job because I give a crap about people around me, but I also walk my talk of investing in myself, taking good care of myself, so that way you see that it's possible to balance those things, that and uncondition yourself from what, we all were conditioned with, of all you're here is just to do a 9 to 5 job, and a lot of us felt miserable in doing it. Well, now you don't have to, okay? You can do things different where you get a better payoff in your investment because it's towards you. So, what can employed people take away from this reading? One card, please. Find peace in the depths of your being and let your quiet strength of your inner sanctuary protect you, okay? Very cool. Because you're going to follow your heart here, which is great because it's going to get you to really trust yourself, because this investment is going to be big in a positive way, okay? So employed people, that's your reading. Hit the like button and I'll see you later, okay? You're always welcome. And now let's move into doing unemployed people. I understand that, Goldilocks. It's good to make set healthy boundaries, okay? Very proud of you. Had to do the same in life too, so I can understand that. He said, I don't know, because I feel bad, so I help, but I'm done with helping people who don't support me. And those who actually F up with that, some of them come back around to apologize. Only some. I would say probably 1 or 2. And the other ones land up falling away, and you land up growing and expanding more because you understand how precious your time and your energy and your health is. You know what I'm saying? Goldilocks? All right. So let's move on to unemployed people, and then we're going to go into people that go to college, retirement. We'll do a couple of bonus readings at the end as well, okay? So what's coming up? What's coming your way? Unemployed people. Almost forgot the self-employed people. We're going to be doing yours is after this one. So what's coming your way, unemployed people, in October? Third chakra archangel Chamil. The temple path. And second chakra archangel Ariel. Woman holding a card. Woman holding a card. Woman holding a coin in reverse. Clarify second chakra archangel Ariel. One card, please. Ooh, luck. All right. So when it comes down to your situation, unemployed people, in your situation, you're going to be dealing with finding what you desire, because it's going to feel like lackluster, like, what am I supposed to do now? Not really motivated. I don't really know what my desire is, that kind of situation. So your challenge here is to give yourself that time and space to upgrade. Yep. Choose the first. If you're wanting to invest in yourself, this is the practical step. Invest in yourself first. Because when you upgrade, doing your meditation, taking good care of yourself, and investment with that, being consistent, this is going to cause a huge evolution within inside you because you're doing something different, okay? And taking it one step at a time to do it. So when you're having this new intimacy and investment with yourself, this is what's going to bring luck. Or your actions are now will lead you to abundant success and prosperity. Yippee for unemployed people. All you got to do is ask yourself how you want to spend your money, because that's also going to be a huge evolution within inside you. And this would be the good time to give you a green light to save your money now, okay? And let the evolution within inside you transform everything, okay? Because once you invest in that, that's when things are even going to come back in stability, and you'll be able to teach others what you've learned through being unemployed, so that way they can be empowered and inspired by you, unemployed people, okay? Not a bad situation. You're getting yourself out of it, okay? So what can unemployed people take away from this reading? One card, please. Ooh, it's going to be a pirate time. Discover hidden riches within yourself and trust the abundance flowing where intentions go. Sunken treasure. So have fun being a pirate. Okay, unemployed people. That's your reading. Okay, hit the like button and I'll see you later. Okay, good luck. Because it looks like it's going to come your way. Now let's move on to self-employed people. Wiggle, wiggle. Accidentally hit the mount. All right, what's coming your way, self-employed people, in October? Attachment, indecision, and journey in reverse. Heartbroken in reverse. Not too bad. Clarify journey in reverse. Card, please. Offering. All right, self-employed people, what you're going to be dealing with in October is you breaking patterns, relationship patterns, patterns that no longer serve you, okay? And what that is you being indecisive about things. So, guess what? Self-employed people, we all that are human beings deal with this, okay? So you got to ask yourself in October, you're going to keep on investing in indecision, which is getting you nowhere, but in a mental prison? Or do you want to invest in yourself in such a different way where you have clarity, balance, okay? And I feel as though whatever you choose will be correct, because we always find our way, right? So even if you're like, but I don't want to choose, that's still choosing, to be very honest. So I feel here what it's going to lead to is for you doing some kind of offering here with your spiritual process through like using your altar here, where you do your prayers, your rituals, stuff like that. And that's when you're going to get your guidance from your spirit guides and your angels or whatever you believe in, okay? Which is great because it's going to finally get you to confront things within inside you about being indecisive about things. It's like you're going to iron it out, and that's when luck is going to be on your side because you're going to be fostering growth. Okay. And you're going to be getting through any kind of heartache about this indecision, about whatever situations that you're indecisive about, because I feel like it's just more than one. And it's the main one is about any relationship patterns you're breaking, about being indecisive. Okay. So, what can self employed people take away from this reading? One card, please. Explore the depths of your past to uncover hidden treasures of wisdom and resilience, self employed people. Okay. So, have fun being a pirate. Okay. Because there's some wisdom here in your past. Because you've done and broke these kind of patterns in your past. Something, what I get, something as you moved forward hits like a mark within inside you that got you indecisive, where you stopped trusting yourself. So we deal with that. Okay, self-employed people, we all have dealt with that more than once, of being indecisive throughout our life because, well, situations really shook all of us in different ways to stop trusting ourselves. So now you're learning how to trust yourself again. Yippee! By going on that voyage. Okay? Self-employed people. Pirate time. Remember, Goonies never say die. Okay? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So have fun being a Goonie. All right? So hit the like button, self-employed people, and you're always welcome back, okay? Anytime. Now let's move on to college people next, then retired people, and doing some bonus readings. Yippee! All right, so what's coming your way, college people, in October? Journey in reverse. Indecision. Ooh, blossoming abundance, the first blossoming abundance this morning. Nice. And angel of love. Clarify blossoming abundance with one card. College people got it going on. Business. All right, so college people, the situation you're going to be dealing with is if you want to stay or go in regards to your college situation. So your challenge is you're going to be indecisive about it, okay, in October. But I can tell you this, when you invest in yourself and what you want to do and chasing your dream, that's the very thing you want to do. Invest in yourself and chasing your dream, okay? Because then when you invest in yourself with meditation, that be your practice, okay? There's no spiritual belief system with that. It's just spending time and space with yourself. And doing a self-care regimen, you'll get through that indecision, okay, that you're going to be challenged to be. But so whatever you choose will be correct in whatever kind of meditation and self-care regimen. Just be reasonable with yourself, okay? Because I see what it's leading to. You're going to make a decision where you're going to have more raised awareness and you're going to think bigger if you want a different outcome. You're going to be investing more in your business classes so that way you are working for yourself, and classes where you Invest where you're not feeling intimidated by going into the business realm, the business world, because you're going to understand that you got it. Okay. So I don't feel like you're leaving college at all, but I see you reinvesting in yourself in such a different way. And I see even your love life flourish too, where I feel like you are letting go any kind of superficial connections that's not going to lead you to a prosper kind of life. All right, college people. So what can college people take away from this reading? One card, please. Embrace the magic within and let your intuition guide you through life's currents. So you got this. Trust yourself, okay, college people? That's what it's giving you, just in case you need to know crystal clear, okay? So hit the like button, and I'll see you later, college people. You're always welcome, and I do different readings on my channel, so you get forward movement, okay? Now let's move on to retired people and do some bonuses. Oh, wow, that's cool. Goldilocks said, I needed to start focusing on my business. I have a farm and I want to start selling eggs and vegetables. I've always wanted to open up an art studio in my backyard or a music studio. I'm still procrastinating. God bless you. You are a sweetheart to give us all extra reasons, extra bonus reasons. We really appreciate you. Oh, big hugs. Thank you. I appreciate those comments. You know why we procrastinated? We procrastinate because we want it a certain way. But if you make practical steps and choosing one, and then you can choose the other later on, you'll just know what feels right for you. Trust yourself to make the first practical step of what you want to do. Okay? So, what I got channeled in for you, save up first. And then when you're done with the amount of what you want to save up for your business and everything, then you'll make the next practical step in initiating, because right now we're in fall season. So harvest season is going on right now. So if you want to save up until the next spring to start that, it's going to be really great for you. Okay. Goldilocks. Let's do one shuffle. All right. So what's coming your way, retired people, in October? Third chakra, Archangel Chamal. The temple path. Second chakra, Archangel Uriel in reverse. And strategy. So retired people, you're going to be given a situation here in October where you're going to have to take action towards your desires. This is going to be a huge challenge for you. This is going to be in changing your entire life and evolution, okay? Couples and singles, retired people, to be crystal clear. Clarify. Second chakra, Archangel Uriel with one card in reverse. Gossip. So why I had to clarify that, what it's going to lead to is you closing off because of the fact that if you divulge what it is that you desire towards friends and family retired people, is that it's going to lead to people trying to mess up what you are wanting to invest in your desires. Feel like you're going to come up with a strategy too, so that that's part of it, is not talking about what you desire and want to invest in. Like it could be a relationship, an idea. You're going to have a lot of wisdom through this new strategy because you're going to grow through not only out of the gossip, but out of perfectionism too. So October is going to be completely about you, retired people, and your desires, and how you open up to people about it, and how you having a huge evolution through perfectionism. But I got channeled in, your new strategy is going to work because no matter what, there's going to be growth and expansion in October for you, retired people, okay? Through this. So, what can retired people take away from this reading? One card, please. Seek strength in your past and let the echoes of history guide you towards your future. Just a reflection moment, but not for you to get stuck in a mental prison about the past, okay? To be crystal clear about this. All right, retired people, that's your reading. Hit the like button, and I'll see you later, okay? Good luck. Now let's move on to the bonus readings. So we're going to do a bonus reading. For anything else that comes up, I'll be doing a bonus reading for people that are viewing me or even in the chat, okay? Why not? You know? And then we'll do a bonus reading for male and female leaders right there after, okay? Hey, good morning there to True Colors 1. You welcome there, Goldilocks. He said, thank you. I got approved for a business loan, but I still have money to save up. Cool. Let me know how it goes. I hope you're subscribed, Goldilocks, and those who are watching me. All right. So what's coming up your way, viewers that are watching me and people in the chat in October? 3 cards, please. Ooh, man holding a heart. 7th chakra archangel Uriel. And goddess of the moon in reverse. Ooh, appreciation. Clarifying goddess of the moon in reverse. 1 card, please. Slow. All right. So what's coming up for you viewers and people in the chat in October? More emotional stability and change here in your life. Your challenge in October is to trust yourself and listen to your intuition, okay? So that It will guide you moving forward, even if it's one step at a time, so it doesn't feel overwhelming in October for you. And I see that you are here and what it leads to. Because you're going to stop putting things off for later, because you're going to know that the time to act is now, whatever it is that you want to start accomplishing now. Not worried about the past or future possibilities, okay? Because you're going to realize that even with this slow progress, you're still getting there. And there's going to be a lot of gratitude and appreciation. It's like you're going through an evolution of your own emotions, where you're rock steady and going with the flow of life, where you're delegating even tasks so you don't feel overwhelmed, but also you are trying to boost your earnings and your income, because you're making sure to think for the greater good here in your life in October. Very cool. So trust yourself, okay? So what can the viewers and the people in my chat take away from this reading whenever they watch this? One card, please. Follow the call of your heart and let the melody guide you to your true purpose, okay? And if you get a mental prison about it, write it down, what you're doing, so that way you can have a note to yourself in your journal or in that note saying, hey, future self, if you get discombobulated, always come back to here and refocus. Because you know what? You have all that you need and you're doing it one step at a time, and be proud of yourself. And then you're going to start encouraging more of that affirmation that you give to yourself, your own. Okay. So that's your bonus reading, viewers and people in the chat. I really hope it helps. Don't forget to hit the like button. You're always welcome, okay? Oh, thank you very much, Goldie. Locks. That sounds great. You know why? It's not because you're very nice, but I come from a background of farmers too. My mom's that she's Mexican, Spaniard, and Italian, and her side of the family is farmers. And my dad's in the family is complete opposites. They worked with in the military. We got some firefighters, people who are in technology on my father's side, including my father. He's a retired computer engineer. So two different opposites got together and thought, woo! And I'm very glad to know their backgrounds, to be more appreciative, not only towards them in a different way, but my family, and especially farmers too, because, well, if it weren't for farmers, it'd be very hard for us to be able to eat. And we'd be more reliant on another country for food, in which that can be contaminated in so many different ways. So it's always good to have local farmers, you know. So I encourage that more. I even I so much try to cultivate some kind of vegetables in my garden, but it's so hard where you're at when there's a lot of clay in your own soil. So I try to tilt my soil with the best kind of, and I make my own compost sometimes too. So that way it's not so hard to grow things in my garden. Goldilocks said they're going to keep me updated on their business, and I live near a whole bunch of farms, so I'm always trying to support them, and it's a lot. Oh, they retracted it. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad you support them. To be very honest, I think and I feel that hopefully we keep on investing more in our local farmers than outside sources for food, because to be very honest, we're capable of doing it on our own. And it would be better for us to have our local farmers do it for the US. Because I have nothing against any other countries and their food, but when we start understanding where our food is and how we nurture it, and we can make better food for ourselves, so that way it also takes away from high obesity, less soy products, because a lot of us, it aggravates our system to the point of inflammation. And the only reason why I talk about this, because I'm one of the people that deal with Hashimoto's disease. So I already deal with autoimmune and inflammation issues. So I invest as much as I can in my local farmers and butchers and stuff like that. So that way they keep on giving us the great quality that they always give us in their services and their food. Yeah. I still rely on certain kind of stores. My biggest issue is that the high prices, especially in meat. Now, meat went down for beef and still down for chicken, but it went up like $6 for pork, depending on what you're getting. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy, you know? But then did some research, and why it's crazy, it's because we're dealing with a meat shortage, and that's why, in pork. Yeah. Yeah, Goldilocks said that they were even dealing with some stomach issues, even when regards to having to get good food too. So hopefully that keeps on being transformed. I know with government policies and new regulations and stuff, this whole year, if you had to know what's going on with the government and the people, things are getting transformed this year and even next year. When it starts settling out is when you'll see it more in the third and fourth year of the administration that is in charge, whether it's Democrat or Republican or independent. So the best we can do is go with the flow and make sure we're taking good care of ourselves, not on what we eat, but how we invest in ourselves and our mental balance and physical balance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's giving people a heads up if they needed to know what is going on in a broader, general kind of big picture sense, you know? So let's do the good luck. I try to become a vegetarian and a vegan. Even did the paleo diet, and right now I'm on the keto diet, and that's what's actually keeping my blood sugar down. And I'm eating what I need. I use MCT oil, which is really good for uh, to bring down my blood sugar too and keep it stable. Ever since I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, being heavily insulin resistant, I'm that middle one of not type 1, not type 2, but in the middle between them two of being heavily insulin resistant. That means I have to take 3 or 4 times the dose. So right now I'm taking 100 units 3 times a day. And with that making a huge dent in my AC1, what was it? No, A1C, it was at 11%. Now it's down to 8%. And it was a great hit in a positive way to bring down my blood sugar, because now it doesn't even go in the 200s anymore, which is great. because it used to even go before that in the 300s and 400s. And I went septic and had ketoacidosis last year in July. So it's a huge milestones that I made. And I let people know that towards the end of my life so we can talk about it if we need to and stuff like that. But since it came up right now, so it's not bad, you know. So just choose whatever feels right for you in any kind of diet. And good luck being a vegetarian, you know. Some people can actually do it really well. So let me know how that goes too. Oh, don't be sorry. Things could be a hell lot worse, and they're not now. And I was really good when I went to the hospital because I was the one that checked myself in and spent a week in the hospital, and they had to do some deep tests. And they said that um, they're so used to, and the Columbus Hospital dealing with drug addiction and stuff like that. So when there's someone that's so patient, out of the ordinary, and going with the flow of things, and I was so exhausted, running a fever because I had a full body infection because of my insulin level being non-existent. It was not fighting the infection. So that's why I went septic. And so nothing to be sorry about. I had my sadness at that very moment in that month to deal with it. But I'm glad that you understand. It's nice to meet you too, Goldilocks. I hope you have a wonderful day too. Bye. All right, so back to you viewers. Let's do the bonus for male and female leaders. Okay. So, what is coming your way, male and female leaders in October, that you need guidance in order to move forward from? One card, please. Soma of the Galactic Heart. So I'm going to give you some guidance and even a spiritual process, male and female leaders, whenever you need it. So first, the guidance. So if you can make sure you can listen to it from start to finish. If you get tired, it's fine. Start from the beginning so that way you're not getting confused on what the guidance is, okay? Very simple. So here is your guidance. Mayu is a star goddess of the Milky Way. Was seen clearly in the skies of the ancient Incas. In Western traditions, the Milky Way is recognized as a metaphor for nourishment and the milk of the heavens. So when she appears in an oracle, my dear leaders, it is an omen of happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Now, if you develop your spiritual practice, you shall come to experience feeling drunk or divine bliss like a baby in an ecstasy of complete fulfillment through the mother's milk. So when you connect with the galactic heart, my dear leaders, it is a sign of spiritual advancement. We are growing in such a way that our being becomes ready, willing, and able to take up more spiritual space in the atmosphere. You will express that spiritual growth in your life accordingly to your talents, okay, my dear leaders? Now, if you are a thinker, Your ideas will become more inspired, expansive, and original. If you're a healer, my dear leaders, you will experience the flow of a new quality of divine consciousness through your work. Now, if you are a leader, my dear leaders, you will experience a feeling of being overshadowed by something truly great, kind, and helpful, whence at the same time feeling more fearless, bold, and confident to speak your truth and guide those in your care. Whatever the truth of your own soul, my dear leaders, encounters with the galactic heart are granted in order to invoke expansion, empower it upon the earth. So some interpretations of the Vedas from the ancient India see the Milky Way as the heavenly soma, the nectar of the immortality and the drink of the divine. Soma can feed the soul, but like any food, healthy or otherwise, too much at any given time is hard to digest and create more harm than good, my dear leaders. More divine light and energy is not always better, at least not when we try to take it all in at once. We need to learn when enough is enough to detach from the Divine Mother's breast and rest in contentment and fulfillment of the present moment. To allow ourselves to be spiritually fed, my dear leaders, to know when to latch on and when to detach from the inflow of spiritual energy, to allow for the mind and body and soul to adjust to the increased levels of light and spiritual nourishing, and to metabolize that for healing growth, we need to feel trust and surrender into the divine feminine. If we have had difficult issues around trust, support, and nourishment in human beings, then clearing those issues through grace so as to be able to receive the heavenly nectar without greed or fear is important. May you offers healing for those matters with grace, my dear leaders. Digestion and integration allow us to utilize the blessing and become ready for further expansion when it is time to be fed again. We trust that her sacred food will be available when needed. We can learn to rest into all that the Galactic Mother will provide for our souls, growing us into fullness of our spiritual radiance and maturity, one dose of her extraordinary blessing of Soma at a time. So, my dear leaders, here is a spiritual process you can do at any time, and we'll start right now in case you need it, okay? Say this prayer aloud, my dear leaders, with one hand on your heart, if possible. I invoke the unconditional love of the galactic heart and give thanks for all that is good, true, and nourishing of my being on all levels through unconditional love. I surrender with forgiveness and blessing any issue to do with mothering or being mothered, whether too much or too little, I release myself from false guilt and shame and judgment now. I release the mother figures in my life with forgiveness in my heart, for I no longer wish to hold on to old pain. I acknowledge I am worthy and deserving of nourishment straight from the sacred milk of unconditional love from the Galactic Mother. May all mothers receive healing and guidance, blessing and assistance from the Divine Mother of all souls. With trust, I open myself now to receive what is needed for the ecstatic fulfillment of my own being through divine grace. With gratitude, so be it. Now is time, my dear leaders, to close your eyes and rest for as long as it feels good. Whether you wish to meditate or sleep or just close and rest your eyes for a time, give yourself permission to do that now, my dear leaders. You can begin that process by gazing at the image on the card for a moment. Gently focus on the light at the heart center of the galactic goddess and imaging, feeling, visualizing, or pretending that you are stepping right into that heart light as you either zone out into sleep, rest your eyes, or meditate now. And when you are ready, my dear leaders, ground yourself with some deep cleansing breaths in and out. As you emerge from your rest, move your body a little, ground yourself in the here and now, and you have completed your spiritual process, my dear leaders. Thank you for joining me. And now, everyone, this is the part where I do an update and open up the chat for anything else, if you have any questions about anything else. So it's October, woohoo! So I hope you are going to be doing some of your traditions, whatever that is, wherever you're at in the world. And if you don't have any traditions, come up with some. Okay. So that way you're enjoying October and the rest of the year. Also, this is a good time to invest a lot in yourself and what you want to learn so that way you'll be ready in springtime, whatever it is you want to initiate, whether it's learning new financial steps to investing and saving up your stuff, or learning what it is that you want to grow and expand, what makes you happy, your hobby, um, learning more about relationships and how to grow and expand in those. So utilize your library, making sure you're also investing in yourself by doing your checkups, making sure that your teeth, your eyeballs, your limbs, your 6-month checkup, okay? Because this is a good time to do it, so that way you're ready for the next year, you know? This is the month of surrendering and releasing, so that way you know the seasons and the cycles of life. I'll be talking about them always on my community posts and my blog. Go to mysticoraclemary.com. In my blog, I also, it's blog for seekers is what it's called. It's a button on my, whether you're on mobile or on PC, you'll see that button. And you can go through my blog and see if you can find some stuff that interests you and you become more of that seeker in your life, because, well, life is dull and boring when you're not seeking out what you want to learn. Because you know what? You don't hear a lot of people have a handbook of life because it doesn't suit everybody. Everybody has different path, you know. So in October, I'm going to be doing free classes, and they're going to be so different. They're going to be mind blowing in a mystic perspective. So I have these classes where we do different kind of spiritual processes, very simple and easy, talking about life, death, life and divine purpose, becoming a leader and a follower, balance, also taking your career path if you're a teacher in a different direction, where it's taking it to the next stage, all the elements as well, fire, ether, earth, all that good stuff too. So when you're subscribed, you're able to go to these classes because you'll get the notification. If you're not subscribed, well, know that they're there. So whenever you watch it, it'll be the best time, okay? Whether you go to the live or not. I'll be opening up the live where you can leave your questions in the live chat in these classes, and we'll answer them towards the end. Or if I'm able to do it while I'm teaching whatever I need to teach in these classes. They're going to be the first starter. So that means as we go and learn and expand about life, because that's what mysticism is. It's not just being the observer and seeker and revealing the mysticism of life, but it's also behind the veil and everything of what mystics, including myself, reveal in our perspective in order to grow and expand humanity to the next level. We are the birthing wives in order to help people go to that next level in life, so that way life is not dull and boring being stuck in a mental prison, right? So, and that's why I do these classes, because I'm called to do it because of the fact that I want to help nurture humanity go to the next level. That way, we don't feel like mindless robots in a mental prison, you know what I'm saying? All right. So, with that being said, I also have other classes already up. If you're interested, it's August playlist on my channel, especially if you already have spiritual gifts, whether you're a healer, a psychic, a tarot reader, and all that. This is going to get you to enhance and have more balance in your life, to grow and expand your gifts so you're helping others more with your gift. And especially you not being in a mental prison about anything you channel and all that. So that way you get clarity, okay? And you know what your life or divine purpose is, because mine coincide with each other. This is what I'm supposed to do in life and my divine purpose. So this is why I leave my channel open to everybody from any belief system, because I make certain so that way it caters to your belief system, whatever that is, whether it's Christian, Catholic, Lutheran, non-Christian, atheists. Oh yeah, I've had a lot of atheists come and they end up transforming their life where they're now more spiritual than atheists because they found their own belief system in it all. Even if your belief system is atheist, it's still some kind of criteria, right? Where you put an anchor towards some kind of belief. Either way, I get to foster in my channel you trusting yourself. Because to be very honest, I foster independence. So when you trust yourself, you're able to move and groove with life and trusting yourself to make decisions. And that is a huge ass victory to me and others that give a damn about not making it a competition. I leave my competitions when it comes down to sports and stuff like that in games. Okay? When it comes down to life, competition is not, I feel like it's bullshit to me. So I don't compete with people in life. I grow and expand and help people grow and expand. No bullshit. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, that I foster your thriving and not surviving. That simple and that easy. And so that's what you sign up for when you subscribe to this channel. And there's going to be huge changes that are going to happen next year and with my channel, which is going to be great because it's going to be fostering more growth and expansion so I can reach more people. So if you want to order, donate to my channel or to me, because it's one of the same thing, and I put it right back into my viewers by upgrading and helping others around me and technology, because we always got to keep up with it because it's always freaking changing every single year, if you know what I'm saying. So you can go to my website, mysticoraclemary.com. And I do different oracle readings and different healing practices. So that way you are fostering the investment in you. Okay. If anybody has any questions, leave it down in the chat right now before I head on out, because I've been here for an hour and 30 minutes. Now, the next live is going to be for all zodiac signs. And what's great is whether you identify as a zodiac sign or not, all is welcome to that live. It's on my channel on YouTube at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Now, if you're like, but I don't identify as a zodiac sign, that's fine. Thursdays at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I do non-zodiac sign readings, okay? So all this month is where I'm going to just go with the flow and see what comes out of the readings and help you right through, okay? And next month will be quite different. We'll do more of that update towards the end of October, so that way you know. One of my traditions is I celebrate the Day of the Dead from October 31st to November 2nd. And it's only because it's part of my heritage. And through Day of the Dead, is where me and my daughter honor who has passed and our family, friends, people that have passed over in general. Okay. So we have, since we don't do trick or treat anymore, this will be the first year of that. But we're still going to dress up. So we have some things and I might dress up on my channel too, because I love doing the whole Halloween costume kind of stuff. But we're also going to celebrate the Day of the Dead with special dinners and stuff. So I'll be posting on my community channel different kind of keto, Day of the Dead kind of things. So it's not a carb overload on people where you're enjoying your meal and feel satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Hi there, those in the chat. Just saw your messages. Inno, hi there. And Jilin, Jilin, Jilini. Hopefully I said that right. I hope you're doing well. And I've been seeing your comments you've been giving me. I appreciate those. I'm actually doing, oh, Jalen or Jelen. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but I'm doing okay. How are you? I gotta drink the rest of my coffee. So cheers, everyone. So you guys and gals are gonna do anything this weekend? I don't know what I have planned, but I haven't done karaoke for a while, so I'm thinking about doing that with my daughter and doing that at home because we have a mic and everything. You know, I've been playing around with me and my daughter's been playing around with the kids outside, especially with one of our neighbors that does a whistle. So we run back and forth with our mic, turn it all the way up, and start being silly, going woo woo, and a bunch of kids start coming over and playing. And I clip some of my flowers for them, and they take it home, and it's just so great to see kids goofing around like that. And so I'm thinking about doing karaoke this weekend, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to be coming out with some 3 movies on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for movie night. So check those out if you want to. I'm going back to the 1980s and 1990s for movies because there's some really good comedians that I don't want to fall from the wayside, like John Candy and some other ones. Like I think it was John Candy's coming out. They're coming out with this new documentary on Prime Time, and I'll be putting that on one of the picks for one of these movie nights. It's a really good comedian. It sucks how he died. I think it was a heart attack or something. I could be wrong. But it was something really bad, and he died like at the age, I think, 43. That's young, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I was born in 1985, so I'm 40 years old. I try to take good care of myself. I'm all about just focusing on being healthy. I don't have the ideology I used to have of I'm wanting to just do the strenuous exercise and that to look a certain way. I have more of the thinking of I just want to be healthy, make sure I walk and exercise, making sure I eat well because I have Hashimoto's disease. So I make sure to just do that. Are you trying to find out my astrology? Is that why you're asking all this stuff? Because if that's the case, just come out and say, what's your zodiac sign? Because you're asking the month, the date, and the time. I'm an Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay. If you want to know my astrology goofball in the chat. I'm an Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And my numerology is 11 if you want to know more about me in those perspectives. But does that make me who I am now? Now I just know what I'm meant to do and I'm doing it right now. Oh, I know. When you started asking me for the month, date, and time, that's when I knew you're an astrologer and into the whole zodiac signs. Because the person, the chat viewers, if you can't see it, asked if I am about my date and time and year. You goofball. Whoever sent a message that was held, I can't even see it because even YouTube is like, it's so inappropriate. We don't even want you to see it. That's funny. Oh, big hugs. Just cut out the processed foods and you'll see a tremendous difference. November 28th. So aren't you like the start of Sagittarius? If you're November 28th? So if you want to know more about me in astrology sense, let's see. Um, Phoenix, Arizona, 7:20 a.m. in the morning, March 21st, 1985. But it doesn't make me that because I transformed a lot of what my astrology said with my birth chart. Because the biggest one I had to transform was being, and I understand why it said what it said in my astrology, because I had to learn all the things I had to learn up until this point in order to be the spiritual leader that I am now. And the biggest one was learning how to not invest in a mental prison because that's the hugest thing humanity, our own world with human beings have, and that are breaking free from now is a mental prison. Okay? They said, yes, ma'am. Sagittarius is, I get along with any type of person, whether they want to identify as a different identity or not. One thing you need to know about me is that I come from a generation where we didn't like to be labeled with anything because I know, and I still identify as not wanting to be labeled. It's because it puts you into a category where it leads to more ripping apart who you are as a human being. Labels cause more confusion, more issues in regards to taking away the essence of what a human being really is. If you really want to know my opinion about labels. So, yeah, I'm always going to be that person that goes, yeah, you can have your label if you want, but I don't want a label, please. Just causes more issues than it's worth, you know? But like I said, anybody, I'm all about free will. So that's what we're learning more about in life is learning how to take charge of our free will instead of being manipulated by people that want to use you for their agenda. This is why I foster you trusting you. Um, what challenge is humanity going through right now that the viewers and collective needs to know right now? One card, please. Man holding a heart. What humanity is going through right now is their challenge, the collective challenge, is fostering emotional stability through any kind of lack and not giving into hostilities around them or with inside them about feeling lack. I feel like people are growing through that perfectionism about not having enough, which is great because once we start realizing we have all we need, we can start focusing on the next huge jump for ourselves. Because if can you imagine when one is healed, all are healed? Our world's gonna look and feel different to each one of us and much more positive way to get the solutions we need for other things, you know? Person said in the chat, I can see about madam, your life. It's mine. You can look into it. You can know more about me through my astrology from that perspective. But I always let people know if you want to know me, the complete me, sit down and take that time and space to get to know me. Like I would invest taking time and space to get to know you. Because astrology is only a perspective, but not the complete person. You can look into their houses, their zodiac signs, but you got to realize what's the core is that they're all the elements, but inside them, you know. And what makes them is the very existence of the universe. Hold on one second. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, I'm not thinking anything negative. I'm actually pretty balanced right now. In case you need to know, the person that said, please don't think bad, your taking card is that mine or any? I'm asking. I'm not taking anything bad, just so you know. But I do have to get going because it's been an hour and 45 minutes. If you'd like to join me again towards the end and we can actually chat it up more, then we can. Okay. Tomorrow I'll be actually no, October 4th is when I'll be doing my first class. It's called the First Life class. So we'll be getting into that. Just bring your journal. All is welcome. Okay. And on Saturday, too, on the 4th, I'll be doing a live for all zodiac signs, too. So all is welcome, too. So I hope you're going to be having a wonderful day and rest of your week. And I'll see you over the weekend, okay? And it's nice to meet you too. Monty, thank you and nice to meet you. I hope you subscribed as well. I'm going to end out with the mantra and I'll see you later. Oh, yeah, timestamps will be at the end so you can go right to your reading, okay? I'll make sure to do those as quick as possible. But thank you for your patience, okay? Esitoma sadgamaya Dhammasoma chote gamaya Rityorman gamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. I'll see you later, everyone. Please enjoy your journey, okay? Bye for now.